Hello everyone. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. Yes, Kathy says welcome back. Yes, I went to New York City. My sister lives there, so it was my kids' spring break. My husband's never been able to do spring break with us because it's his busy season at work. So actually going to the city is a good thing because he's a country boy. He hates the city. So I just brought my kids. And some things were closed, but some things were open, and the things that were open were less crowded than normal. It was my first time seeing the 9/11 museum, and my sister said that the past few times she had been, it was a lot more crowded, and you were able to get a lot out of it. We went to Times Square. Even my brother-in-law, when he saw the pictures, was like, "Where are all the people?" So it was great. Hi, Danny. I was just talking a little bit about my vacation. So there's some updates, or there's some good news in the weekly reports today. By request from Danny, I'm going to read your question, Danny. Danny has this question for everyone else. I'll read it a few times throughout because people come and go. So Danny was watching a live stream of Casey's, and she said that a budgeting person said you should have a separate bank account for teaching stuff, and she got an LLC. So what do you do? Do you have a separate banking account just for teaching? Then when you spend for teaching, it's easy to see. I do not have a separate bank account. I used to never even keep track of what I spend because for VIPKID, I don't spend that much. But now that I work at Outschool, I spend a lot. You make more at Outschool, but you do have to spend more too. I just have something in the notes section of my phone where every time I spend money, I type it in the notes section. So that's how I do it. Let me know, the rest of you, how do you do it? Danny says, vacation so nice, hope you got to rest. I did. I planned some rest days. So like every other day we did something, and every other day we rested so that it was never too much. And I mean, I was staying with my sister and I could go again. I know sometimes if you're paying for a hotel in New York, you might not want to, that might be a waste of money to plan a rest day, but I was able to. I always try to make things easier and be more organized. Yeah, exactly. Because like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of walking you had to do, and I was tired after each day of walking. I think it also is, I do a lot of sitting, especially now that we're all quarantined and I'm only working from home. So yeah, I think next time I go to New York, I'm gonna work up to it. Try to do some more cardio before I go. Yeah, let me start reading the weekly reports. And Kathy, what do you do if you want to answer? That can be a kind of a personal question. If you want to answer, do you have a separate bank account just for your teaching stuff? Weekly teacher update. This past week, the murders of 8 individuals, including 6 Asian women in Atlanta, have left our community heartbroken and in a state of immense grief. We are not only committed in solidarity, but in our response to the fear, pain, and trauma of the Asian and Pacific Islander communities have endured this past year and historically. Our offices will be making donations to community organizations and attending bystander intervention workshops. If you are interested, we welcome you to attend the workshops hosted by the organization Asian Americans Advancing Justice. We each have the power to approach our interactions with greater empathy and compassion and the love as we move forward together during this difficult time. If there's anything VIPKID can do to support, please send in a ticket to the Teacher Voice and select Diversity and Inclusion. Okay, very terrible and awful what happened to all 8 of those people. Awful, terrible violence against anybody for any reason. So sorry this happened. Lead as a member of the Teacher Advisory Council. So a job's opening up, the Teacher Advisory Council. I'll read a little about the job. Who is thinking they want to apply? Apply now to join the spring 2021 cohort. As VIPKID, we are committed to ensuring all teachers' voices are heard in every decision we make, from product and policy updates to resource and content creation, and everything in between. The Teacher Advisory Council is made of teacher leaders who support a variety of teams in brainstorming new features, discussing upcoming launches, and providing feedback for past projects. As a part of the Teacher Advisory Council, community leaders respect teacher perspective. Okay, so the 4th, it will begin in April, and teachers will attend monthly meetings. The applications to join will open Thursday, March 25th. So that's in 2 days at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So before classes even finish. And they close on Sunday, March 28th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Late applications will not be accepted. And it will be in the certification center under the Builders program. Okay, I used to apply for stuff like this, but now that I'm at Outschool and I have teaching hours during the day that pays better, I don't anymore. But are you? Hi, Esther, and I'll read what you guys are saying. Hi, Luann. I'll read what you guys are saying after I'm done. Starlight group courses are in high demand. Get certified before April. The Starlight group course is expanding, and we expect demand to be at an all-time high in April. Haven't heard of this new course line? You'll be teaching multiple students at once in a 40-minute class. The course integrates a variety of new teaching approaches, including classes with a Chinese teacher, interactive time learning, and office support online. If you're eligible to get certified, see the Starlight group. Is anyone planning to certify? Again, I'm actually working very minimal hours at VIPKID these days, so I'm not planning to certify for anything right now. Changes to the Token Center reward. Physical rewards have been temporarily removed. To improve your Token Center shopping experience, there'll be a big update coming. Changes will include faster delivery times and the ability to update your address and receiving a tracking number directly after redeeming the reward. Teacher voice platform and curriculum updates. Okay, this one's big. This is big, everyone. There's now a no project option in the unit assessment forms. If student did not complete the project for the unit assessment, you will now be able to select no project rather than marking them as 0. We hope you will give students accurate and fair score. All right, so that's great. Teachers been asking for this for years, to have a no project option. Curriculum update. This is in level 2, slide 22. There's the word cub. Okay, so there's cubs and there's lions. It's like, which one is big, bigger, biggest, I think it is. And they said that was confusing because they called all the lions cubs and only the babies should be called cubs. They had a picture, which I didn't print out because that would have been a lot of ink. Okay. There's still time to earn an extra $75 when you refer. Take advantage of this incentive before the end of March. There's still time to earn cash when you refer. From now until March 31st, you can earn an extra $75 for each referral that passes their interview upon the second referral of the month and onward. On top of that, you'll still earn $100 for every referral who teaches their first class. That adds up to $175 per referral. So if you get, by the second referral, you'll get an extra $75. Is anyone doing this? I'm kind of finding it hard to refer. So it's so funny. I'll get to Gogokid in a minute, but they're offering incentives as well. It's kind of weird. All these teachers left, when they changed the pay and they changed, reviewing the 3-star or 5-star reviews and all that so many teachers have left that now they're begging for teachers to come back. That's what happens. Celebrating Black Educators, featuring teacher Francie B. Okay, if anyone wants to read this, please let me know, but it's really long and it's something personal about this person, Francie B. I'm sure she's wonderful, but if you want to read it on your own, because I'm guessing most of you come because you want to hear mostly the policy changes with the company, but if anyone does want me to read this, tell me. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Okay, looking for tips on teaching high-frequency words. Join the discussion. High-frequency words can be tricky to teach. If you're looking for tips, head to the Hutong discussion thread and you can share your experience. Virtual meetups. There's still 1 week left to take advantage of hosting Women's History Month. Does anyone go to virtual meetups? Host a coffee or tea chat and have attendees share a story. Host a discussion about a woman. Create trivia night related to women's history. If you've already been thinking ahead of April, here are 2 suggested themes for you. So it's been over a year since virtual meetups began, and we thought it would be a good idea to spend the month of April focusing on meaningful connections to help us usher in spring. After all, that's what meetups are about. That's right, it's been a year since VIPKID said all meetups are virtual. I mean, people are starting to get out more again. You saw my vacation. Celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd. Host a garden party or share the ways you're celebrating with your fellow teachers. No matter what you're planning to do, we encourage all hosts to think about how they're helping attendees connect with one another. Trending topics. How should I respond to students or parents if they bring up topics regarding violence targeting Asian and Pacific Islander communities? What to do if I'm a teacher impacted by a tornado or natural disaster? All right, that's it for the VIPKID weekly report. Let me see what you guys are saying before I move on to Gogokid. Okay, so before I read the responses, let me just say for anyone that came late. So I asked the question on Danny's request, do you have a separate account for your online teaching? Or maybe, so do you have a separate bank account? Because Danny was listening to Casey's live where somebody said that you should, and then when you spend money, it all comes out the same place. I don't, but do you? Hi, Cindy. All right, Luann, I initially planned to have a separate account and never followed through. I think it's a good idea, and I did open an account and it is ready. Kathy, I have a separate bank account from all the other accounts that I share with my husband. Just easier that way. I feel like safer. Okay, so I think what you're saying, Kathy, is it's not really related to online teaching. You just have a separate account from your husband. Hi, Evelyn. Kathy, I'm eligible for Starlight Group, but I'm not certifying. I feel like it's more work for less pay. Yes, a lot of people are saying that. It's group classes, and you get paid the same. And Esther, I agree. I was wondering if anyone's recruited anyone lately, and if so, how have the bookings been for new people? Have any of you recruited somebody? I find it's not that easy. It wasn't easy before to recruit, but everybody's complaining online. Evelyn just tuning in. Okay, Evelyn, I just finished the VIPKID weekly report. If you want to go back later and listen to it, I'm about to go into Gogokid, and I'm asking everyone if they have a separate bank account for their online teaching, if you want to answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, Gogokid. All right, so the new $300 new teacher incentive is back, but we made some changes. All right, so if anyone's thinking of adding another company, here it is. All right, so Section 1, new teacher incentives. New teachers signing their agreement between March and April 2021, there are now 2 ways to get the new incentive. So the first way is the way that they had it before, back in the fall, back when Cindy, when you applied, the same thing. You open 75 PPT slots and teach 3 as scheduled classes with no negative reviews in the first 30 days. Here's option 2, which they did not have in the fall. Complete 20 as scheduled classes with no negative reviews within the first 30 days, but they don't have to be PPT slots. So you can open 20, if you have to actually teach 20 classes, but you don't have to open PPT slots. So let's say you want to keep your slots over at VIPKID, but work overnights or just work slots outside of the PPT times, but it adds up to 20 that you end up teaching, that counts. So yeah, so 2 ways to get the new teacher incentive. If anyone is interested in applying, let me know. They're great backup to VIPKID. Actually, I have a booking on Thursday at Gogokid. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so share Gogokid and earn extra incentives this spring. So referral incentives are popping up at Gogokid. So we have a brand new post sharing activity for you to help spread the word about how awesome Gogokid and earn an extra $2. Don't spend it all in one place. As you need to do, post the link on any social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, while tagging us with your name to show the post. Okay, so, and then the video, did I miss something? No, I didn't. Okay, so the video contest, lights, camera, action. So we want your help spreading the word. So we'd like to invite you to make a video about this new teacher incentive to upload to your social media, such as YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. If your excellent video is chosen, you'll get $50 as an incentive, and you'll maybe chosen to join Gogokid's brand contributor team. What's more, if your video view on YouTube is over 2,000, you'll even get 150 as an incentive. Is anyone gonna do, oh, bye Kim. Is anyone gonna do this? I don't have a lot of free time. Actually, I'm still trying to catch up from my vacation. Maybe I'll do a quick live stream and tell people about the incentive. And if I get $50, I do. If I don't, I don't. But they're really trying to get the word out. So let me know. I don't know, Danny, you have a big channel. Maybe you'd even get the $150. I have heard, this is my video, not an official channel, but I have heard the brand contributors don't make that much money. So that might not, and I know a few that quit because they didn't make a lot of money. So I don't know if that's something you want to go for, but I'm just letting you know. New Teacher Spring Mission Challenge. For new teachers who join in March, we are offering a special Spring Mission Challenge. Every teacher that successfully completes the challenge will receive a Gogokid swag pack consisting of Gogokid swag currently available. So it has like a notebook, a uni doll, pen, notebook, stuff like that. So how can a new teacher earn all this awesome swag? By successfully completing 7 information missions, new teachers can earn all the swag as well as additional uni coins. Interested in learning more about this exciting new teacher spring mission? Click here. The weather's getting warmer, and who doesn't love a picnic in the park? On weekends, parents take their kids to the park and sit together on the blanket. They enjoy eating their food and having a family chat and taking pictures. We designed a picnic reward printable for you to use in your classes. Download this. Only the tip of the iceberg, question mark. Where's my park? They have a question mark with this one. Okay, well begun is half done. We all understand the importance of successful ice breaking in a class. Meanwhile, some teachers feel trapped in the same greeting questions. So basically, they're going to have a workshop. So have you acted out animals or cartoon characters? When teaching older ones, have you tried silly questions like, would you rather? I don't know if I do that as an icebreaker, but I maybe do that throughout the lesson if we're playing a game. Once more, we're planning to hold a new mini workshop, Icebreakers, on April 6th. If you want more tricks and ideas, share your great experience. Number 7, more workshops are coming soon. We want you to know that you've been heard. More workshops with new topics will be offered in April. Want to teach the best trial 2.0 classes and win more students. Want to impress the parents by helping children produce more output is another one. Explore Unicoin. All right, so you can check out the calendar for that. Animated high fives and thumbs up report for Diddy. If you are a Gogokid Teach app user, you know what we were talking about. Teachers have sent tickets to us to ask us reactivated animated high fives and thumbs up. After a quick tweet, these 2 interactive features are back and ready for action. All right, can someone tell me who's working at Gogokid right now, because I'm about to work Thursday, do you have to teach on the app, or do they still allow you to teach through the browser? Because probably I'll just do it through the browser if I am able, since it's only one class and I don't teach there that often. Click the help button if the student is 5 minutes late. Okay. See, they tell us not to do that at VIPKID. This is when we got to listen up and realize what are the differences between the companies. With proper reminders, some students can show up to their classes, and parents will be grateful if our teachers can lend a helping hand. We have a student late button on the IT help menu in the future. Before that, if a student hasn't entered the class on the 5-minute mark, please use the help button and select teacher cannot see the student. Number 10, helpful reminders from the IT support team. If you are not in your regular teaching space, such as when traveling or when you've changed internet providers, please check your networks ahead of class. You'd think this would be like obvious, but there must be teachers not doing it for them to put that in here. When you cannot enter the classroom due to a DNS errors, you can try to restart your computer or router. So we all know if you need to restart. Oh, there's no iPad backup at Gogokid. So if you have to restart your computer, you don't have a backup, which is kind of scary. I get scared of that every time when I do work at Gogokid. When you cannot enter the classroom, due to DNS errors, you could try to restart computer or router. If it still fails after you try the methods above, you can refer the following link to DNS errors. Okay. That is it for the Gogokid Weekly Report. And let me see what you guys are saying. If anyone showed up new, my question for the day, this was asked by Danny. Do you have a separate bank account just for your online teaching? That nothing else goes in there but the online teaching? Because there was someone on Casey's channel who said, have it for your online teaching. Then when you spend for the teaching, it's easier to track. I said this at the beginning, but for those who weren't here, I just have on my phone in the notes section, online teaching expenses 2021 and 2020. That's how I do it. So let me see what you guys are saying. Okay. Teacher Kim, I always just use one account for everything, but I watch it carefully. Yeah. I have 2 bank accounts. It's only because I qualified for a credit union at one of my jobs, but you can't find this credit union everywhere and they don't have a good bill pay. So then I also have a regular bank that all of us would know. Yes. Evelyn, I don't have a separate bank account, but if it becomes an issue for me, I can. In a way, kind of with everything being paid through PayPal at Outschool, that's kind of a separate bank account, although not really separate. My husband and I share it, but I also get paid through Gogokid through PayPal. Kathy, online teaching account is what is separate, but I didn't want VIPKID to have my other bank info. Oh, I see. Yeah, a lot of people get weary with it going to China. Okay, Esther said, I use one bank account for my soccer coaching business and another for teaching. Okay. Happy Farms. Yes, I would do it on my teaching channel though. Okay, Danny might do a video. Kelly, just got the app in case anything goes wrong and you are on the best platform. It won't be your fault. Okay. I guess I have the app, but I'm sure it's an old version. I don't think I've worked at Gogokid since the fall. I need to update my VIPKID app too. Has anyone done that? They sent out an email saying no AR stickers and no beauty filter, which I didn't even know about the beauty filter until today. I just haven't had time to do it. Look, I still have shamrocks and St. Patrick's Day is over. I just got back from vacation and I'm still catching up on life. Luann, I'm working on my taxes and now regretting not following through with separate accounts. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like I need separate accounts, but it would be like having some way to keep track of it would be good. Okay. So that's it for VIPKID and Gogokid. Outschool, hold on, I got an email. Let me read it to you guys, but they are having maintenance. So here it is. Planned database maintenance on March 22nd. That was yesterday. Never mind. If you weren't affected by the maintenance, never mind. I start working at Outschool today. Since vacation, it'll be my first day back. I normally don't work Mondays. I schedule appointments on Mondays, which I did have one that lasted like all day yesterday. So that's part of why I'm still catching up on getting back from vacation. I have one class I still need to prep for. I guess I could say I'm half prepped. So I guess I have half a class. Luckily, it's my one later in the day, so I do have time if I don't get to it before my first class. So it actually, while the time is a little tighter with now we end an hour later with our VIPKID classes. So what are you guys doing on Outschool? I've seen things on the Facebook pages that bookings are starting to go down because a lot of kids are going back to school. I've definitely had some kids unenroll because they were going back to school. I've had others ask to switch to a later time, and I've had new enrollments too. So I guess you could say I kind of have a revolving door. You know, I have some leave, I have some come, so I would say it's about the same, but I have heard people say that theirs are a little lower right now. How is it for you? And I even start a couple new sections of classes and one new class this week, which Danny's son is in. I actually can't wait for the class, and the two other people in it are regulars of mine at Outschool, so it'll be a great class. Yes, and let's see, what else did I want to bring up about Outschool? I don't know, I'm just finally getting back in the swing of things. Oh, I wanted to ask about camps. Who is doing camps? I had said so many times, I'm not doing camps, I don't want to do that. But I think what I am gonna do is make some camps and have as a backup in case things, you know, bookings go way down in the summer. I went to the classroom page of all my classes and asked people if they could please tell me what they're doing in the summer. And I promise it won't hurt my feelings. I just need to plan. And I only had a small percentage of people who replied. But of the people that replied, most said that they were going to unenroll of my classes in May or June, or when the book series finished. I did have one say that they were planning to continue throughout the summer, and the rest just didn't answer. So there is a chance I'm going to leave my ongoing classes open. I'm not opening spring camps. Why? When I have ongoing classes that are booking and I have students in them, and I know I have students in them, I could put a camp up and nobody might, you know, sign up. So anyways, but I'm thinking of making a camp, having it on the back burner, and if bookings tank in the summer, then I can put up some camps. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. Danny, I've seen a drop this week in a few classes, spring break, and a few going back to school. Yes, I had one that just re-enrolled. She has two sons, one in one class, one in another class, and they just re-enrolled. So they must have been on spring break. Rebecca, I'm trying to make some camps, not sure how to schedule them in my life yet, but I might as well advertise them just in case, right? See, I'm afraid to put up a time because I don't know my schedule. So I know I won't get in on the advertising, you know, that the big push that Outschool is doing, but for me, they're just gonna be, oh, now I don't have any ongoing classes. I'll put up a camp. Danny, I wonder how many parents read the classroom posts. I send worksheets and often wonder who does. Yes. I had one major thing like that I had to change one time in the classroom page. It was like a change in what book we were reading. Long story, but I accidentally had put it wrong on the description page, and a lot of people didn't see it. So I've said over and over again in several of my classes, like, please make sure that your email settings are, you know, set to see the classroom page. And at one point I even like screenshotted my own and like showed them how to go on the classroom page. So I hope that's helping more people to do it, but you know, more people join since I've done that too. Yeah, because they don't all see the classroom page. And I'm taking advice. Actually, Rebecca gave this advice: post supplies and things that they need everywhere. So now I post the book schedule on the description of the class in the classroom page. I try to do that periodically because when new people join, the old people can't see the classroom page. And I put it in the welcome message. Actually, putting it in the welcome message has helped a lot because I used to get like emails, what book? But now that I put it in the welcome message, it's been great. I just have to remember to update the welcome message periodically so it doesn't have all the old dates. Yes. We do worksheets if they are required for class, but we don't do much the optional stuff. Yeah. What do you guys do? Do you guys assign homework? I don't. I'm pretty casual about this. I kind of just want this to be like a fun class. So my classes are slightly academic because they have to read, but yet I don't want it to be so academic. I also realize that different kids take classes for different reasons. So some of them are already in school and taking my class in addition. So I don't want to give additional homework. Some are homeschooled. So maybe the parents want homework, but I've never given homework aside from, well, you do have to read the book ahead of time. So I guess that's homework. I will, if it is important, I will message everyone individually. Okay, but Danny, you have super small class sizes, so that makes it easy. I have 6 to 8, depending on the class, and most of mine. So emailing individually would be tedious and take a long time. Okay, Rebecca, yesterday a teacher sent a classroom message and I got the email, but it did not show up in the classroom and I could not get the attachment. It was strange. That's weird. Nice automatic welcome message. Yes, I learned that from Rebecca. We all learn from each other, these little tips. Rebecca, putting in the welcome message, only the parent sees the supply list, not the learner, which is silly. The learner sees the classroom page with the welcome message. Danny, I send the reading after class to practice. I send math worksheets for math to follow each lesson. Makes me feel better about charging more. Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Well, your classes are more academic. They're more like first grade reading, third grade reading. Yeah, that is weird. Did you guys see the new thing where now you can put a separate video for the learner? You can put one for the parents and one for the learner. I have to say that all the classroom videos that I've done, I kind of tailor it to the learner. So I may just repost the same video because that's a lot of videos. You got to do your profile video, your classroom video, and a video for the learner. And most people don't even do the classroom one. Rebecca, I am trying to reduce paper clutter, so I don't like to print too many things. Yes, it's easier to have it digitally. Actually, I have all my answer sheets for my book classes printed, and I actually paid my daughter to organize them all. And wow, ever since she did that, it's made my life 100 times easier. And actually, I paid her, I'm going to kind of start paying her 1 hour a week to do little things like send messages to the parents. I'm trying to be better about sending more messages. Okay, so this is something I tried recently. So my American Girl class, I get a lot of students that come one time and I never, ever, ever, ever see them again. So I was trying to think, what could I do to try to see them? So I started sending individual messages to each person, which is time consuming. That's why I started paying my daughter to help. And I started using Feedback Panda for Outschool, which has been awesome because initially it took time to write templates for my classroom page and templates for each student. But once I had all of those up and running, it made it so quick. And you do have to, it's no like extension where you can just click on a panda and the student comes up. Like you have to manually put in everything for Outschool. So it is a little bit of a pain. So my suggestion is I would never buy Feedback Panda just for Outschool, but if you are already paying for it for VIPKID or another company, then use it for Outschool as a bonus. You know, it doesn't cost anymore. Right, Rebecca, not everyone has a printer or ink, so none are required in my class. I see, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. Not everybody does. And also when I give a supply list, I try to give alternatives, like bring a marker, but you could also bring a crayon or a pencil. I have a game with a paper plate. Bring a paper plate, but if you don't have one, you can bring a piece of paper or a whiteboard or something else. So anyways, guys, that's all I have. Now I only have an hour and 15 minutes till my Outschool class. It's so weird with us ending an hour later with VIPKID. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, so because of the $18 incentive that Gogokid was giving out, I opened several slots this week. And I have a booking on Thursday, which Gogokid's my backup, so I don't work there that often. But if this is the only class I teach, I consider that $18 plus my base pay. Not bad for one class. So the nice thing now that I'm working a very limited schedule at VIPKID, only really like 2.5 days a week. If they offer these incentives for opening PPT slots, I have room in my schedule to do it. So that is pretty good pay, $18 plus my base pay for one class. I still could get booked for more, but Rebecca, I opened 8 slots each week too and booked 1 to 2 per week. Not bad for the $18. All right, well, you guys, goodbye. I will be here next week reading the weekly report today. Danny says, hope you have good classes. Yes, I love nice bonuses. VIPKID will start to send you more. I get an email every day. Well, if VIPKID offers me some good bonus to open slots, I will. And if they are not asking for the PPT slots, you could always open one of those last 2 slots that hardly ever book anyway. They are not short notice, so I short notice VIPKID after I know Gogokid's schedule. Yes, that is one difference between VIPKID and Gogokid. When Gogokid does these incentives, you don't have to mark them short notice. Like VIPKID makes you mark them short notice. So I'm doing the same actually on Thursday. Of course, the first slot I open books, so then I'm already up, I may as well teach. If they don't book by tomorrow, I'm going to open them short notice. So yes, all right, well, goodbye, everybody. See you next week. Same time, same place, just here on YouTube. Bye.